So hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today I just wanted to talk to you all about um, steps that you can take when you are writing a book and how that can help you. So the first thing, sorry if I'm looking down because I have my notes in a notebook and I might be looking down on it, but yeah, just to let you know. So you should jot down ideas of books that you might want to write about, and yeah. So like just always remember that if God put in your heart to write a book, you should write it, and you should do it to the best of your ability, and to not let your doubts and to not let other people get into your head to tell you that you cannot write a book about what you're passionate about. So just start writing down and jotting down things that you might want to write a book about. It could be fantasy, it can be um, romantic, romantic books, Christian contemporary books. It could be anything that you want, that you God put in your heart to write about. So the second thing that you want to do is create an outline for the books that you want to write about, and create story ideas. This can be you writing down an outline in a notebook or a Google document or flashcards to write down things that you want to write down about the book. It can include character names, what's going to happen in each of the chapters, and you can work on some world building of the characters and the scenes and stuff like that inside your book. The third thing is decide which platform you're going to write your book. It can be on Microsoft Word. I love Microsoft Word. I always use it because like you can save stuff to your documents on your laptop, or you can also even use your iPad as well, or your tablet. I'm not sure if it works on other tablets, but on iPads for you to be able to write down your book on. You can decide which platforms you want to use to write down your book on. It could be Microsoft Word, it can be Google Docs. I know some people have some issues with Google Docs because if you don't have internet, you most likely won't be able to write down some of your documents. I'm not sure if they have an offline version of it, but I know that Microsoft Word works with anything, even if you're online or offline. So that works. I've heard of Scrivener. I've not used Scrivener, but I've heard other people rant and rave about Scrivener. I've also heard of Campfire. I don't know if you all know anything about that. I'm not too sure about it, but I've heard about that too. So when you begin writing, try not to start off. This is a tip to you. Try not to start off with your book to have the characters start off in a dream, because like that doesn't really work too well, and people kind of get confused about if this is happening in this person's reality or if this is happening in a dream. So try not to start off with that. And also try not to start off with the person waking up in the morning, because like that also is kind of mundane, and other people might know people know that in the morning you wake up and stuff like that. So just start with the inciting incident and you should be fine. The fifth thing that helps me when I was writing a book is to get a beta reader or an alpha reader. A beta reader is someone who reads your book and helps you with like plot holes in your book, inconsistencies, and so on and so forth, even developmental editing to your book. So like before you end up going to do extensive edits, like hiring a professional editor, it's very imperative that you find a beta reader. It could be people that you know in real life. Sometimes it might work out, sometimes it might not work out, so just be mindful of that. Yeah, so if you want to get a beta reader, you can pay for one or you can get one for free. You can go on Facebook groups and see if you can Facebook writing groups and see if you can get people to beta read your book for you for free, or you can also go on Fiverr and pay for someone to beta read your book as well. And that might help you out in the long run, because getting a beta reader can save you from a lot of having to pay editor extensive amounts of money to do editing that maybe your beta reader or alpha reader can find out more about. Find out more of the inconsistencies and things that you need to work on in your book, and they help you improve your book on as a whole. But it's very imperative that you track your word count, because if you track your word count, you can be consistent with your writing, and it helps you to make goals for you and your writing. You can you can have a goal of writing 70,000 words by the end of the year, and then you can track your word count as you progress every day if you write every day, or if every week if you write every week. And some good websites one good website that I know of is NaNoWriMo website. There's Camp NaNoWriMo that happens in April and July, I believe. And those are just if you want to write however many words you want to write, you can determine that. You don't have to write 50,000 words, just like in NaNoWriMo, which happens in November, which is National Novel Writing Month. That happens in November, and normally people try to aim to write 50,000 words in 1 month, which is a lot. So I also recommend you using that website. That will help you to track your word count and stuff like that. And also, the last thing that you want to remember when writing a book is also to don't forget to do several rounds of editing, because several rounds of editing will help you in the long run. It can help you to work on your inconsistencies in your book, can work on developmental editing, can work on world building. It can help you sharpen your words and make sure that you don't have repetitiveness in your book. Sorry if I'm yelling. And yeah, so that helps you a whole lot. Several rounds of editing can help you with doing proofreading, copy and line editing, and developmental editing. You can do the self-edits yourself first and then end up hiring a professional editor as time goes on. And also remember to have fun with it. Nobody is telling you to force yourself to write a book. If you feel called and led to write a book, just write it and do it to the best of your ability. Don't let no one stop you from writing your books. Don't let your doubts of your mind tell you that you can't do it, because you can. You had it out and you had it set out to write a book. So you should always tell yourself girl or guy, I got this and I can do it. And even if I don't think I'm going to be the best writer, eventually I will. All I need to do is have a better editor, or I need to rework some of the scenes, and I'll be better at writing. So it doesn't matter what I think I can't do. I always have to look at what I can do. And with that being said, if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. Also comment down below what is your work in progress and what is a book that you have in your mind that you want to write. And also, if you want to subscribe, you can also subscribe, and also share this with a friend who might want to need this, who might want to hear this, and who might want to need some encouragement to be able to write a book. And yeah, never let the doubts that you have in your mind stop you from doing what you want to do. If you know, if God put in your heart, if God or the universe or whatever you believe in put in your heart to write this book, write it. Nobody, even if you think that there's not a market for your book, there is. And I know that for the first time you might not have a lot of people wanting to read your book, but always remember that eventually along the line, when you market your book to other people, eventually someone is going to read it. So just think about the brighter side, how happy you would be once you finish writing a book. And I'm also working on a book called Becoming a Full Ose. And it's about a girl who has mental illness, but she doesn't find out until her freshman year of college. And she goes through a whole lot of issues with that, believing that she's not worthy of love and all that stuff like that. It's kind of like a coming of age story, but like, yeah. If you want to follow me along my progress of me writing my book and publishing it in October, then continue watching my videos and subscribe. But with that being said, bye.